Good morning. I'm Jane Morgan, the Investor and Media Relations Manager for Titan Minerals Limited with the ticker code TTM. Today, I am joined by CEO Melanie Layton to discuss today's release on the company's Linderos Copper Project in Ecuador. Good morning, Mel.
Hi, Jane. How are you going?
Good, thank you. So look, firstly, congratulations on Hanrine's investment in the Linderos Copper Project, which of course is the wholly owned subsidiary of Hancock Prospecting. So for all new investors, can you just give us a brief snapshot on Titan?
Yeah, so Titan Minerals, we've got 4 large-scale projects with exposure to copper and gold in southern Ecuador, 100% held projects. Our most advanced project would be our Dynasty Gold project, where we've got a 3 million ounce gold resource, 22 million ounces of silver. So we've largely been progressing that project over the last few years, but behind the scenes, we've also been working in earnest on our copper projects, where we've been building all of the foundation data sets and developing our understanding of those projects to really present the opportunity. And we've been able to do that, particularly with the Linderos Copper Project. And we've attracted a real pedigree partner in Hancock subsidiary company, Hanrine. So really excited to be working with them on this project.
Now, just onto the Hanrine investment, can you provide a little bit of insight into how this partnership aligns with Titan's strategic objectives and the vision for the project's development?
Yeah, I mean, the alignment and the synergies there are both, I guess they're pretty simple. Both Titan and Hancock or Hanrine really want to see this project progressed. We want to see the drill meters in the ground. We want to see the development studies done. We want to unveil what the real opportunity is there. There's a looming supply shortage for copper, and Ecuador represents a real opportunity to find and secure some of that future copper supply.
Now, look, the earn-in and joint venture agreement with Hanrine for the US 120 mil implies significant financial commitment and confidence in the potential of this project. So how does Titan plan to leverage this investment to expedite exploration and development activities?
Yeah, so it's a staged earn-in agreement, and largely it's about expenditure in the ground. So there's an upfront cash component, $2 million US, which is really helpful for a junior exploration company as ourselves. But then initial earn-in is 10,000 meters of drilling into the ground, and then an additional 15,000 meters following that, and then completion of all development studies to a decision to mine, with Hanrine to spend up to US $120 million through that staged earn-in. So that represents a real value for, I guess, our shareholders, with an implied, 100% basis valuation of up to $150 million US across, to be spent at that project. So it's a significant, increase from our current kind of market cap and enterprise value for our projects.
So just on the project itself, it's obviously recognized for its potential to host a large-scale copper porphyry system. So can you tell us a little bit more about the compelling geological features that underscore its prospect as a world-class copper project?
Yeah, so the work that we've been doing, for the past 2 to 3 years at the Linderos project was building those foundation geological data sets. So we've got, aeromagnetics, we've got soil geochemistry, we've got mapping, we've got trenching, and then in late 2022, we also did some drilling, particularly at the Copper Ridge prospect. And what we've been able to define or demonstrate is that there is copper porphyry mineralization effectively from surface at the Copper Ridge prospect at the Linderos project. Our better intersection was 308 meters at 0.4% copper equivalent from very shallow depths. And what we've also been able to demonstrate is that there's higher tenor copper mineralization within our drilling as well. So certainly future exploration would be targeting the higher tenor copper porphyry phases. And we also know that the mineralization is open laterally and at depth. And we recently did an IP geophysical survey, which shows that the footprint of the porphyry is more like about 2 kilometers. Current drilling only tests about 800 meters to a kilometer in terms of surface expression, and we've drilled down to probably about 400 to 500 meters vertical, very, very limited drilling. And the real opportunity is the depth extent as well, to find that high-grade core of the porphyry system.
Now, just touching on Ecuador, can you just elaborate on the significance of Ecuador as an emerging mining jurisdiction?
Yeah, so currently Ecuador have 2 operating mines. They have the Lunderos gold mine, Fruta del Norte gold mine, and the Mirador copper mine. So they represent currently, 1 to 2% of the GDP for Ecuador. And the government is hugely supportive of mining, responsible mining going forward. So, you know, they've got a lot of fiscal and regulatory, you know, incentives in place for foreign investment in terms of exploration and mining. So we're seeing really good support from the government in country for all of our exploration efforts. And, you know, most recently, the president of Ecuador attended the PDAC conference in early March. He presented to the crowd there, and, you know, he kind of said that the KPIs for his environmental ministers are permits approved. So it's all about approvals and fast tracking, and because they really want mining to be a big part of their future and to revitalise their economy. So we're the benefactor of that great environment.
Perfect. Let's now move to sort of the program of work at Linderos Project. So what are the immediate next steps for exploration and development at the project?
Yeah, I guess first and foremost is to agree to the definitive terms of the agreement, which is sort of underway at the moment. But then really, you know, our conversations with Hanrine is that they are very keen and eager to get onto the project and start that drilling as soon as possible. So it really is about kicking off that first phase of drilling. So the initial 10,000 metres of drilling, which we would like to think would get started either late this quarter or early next quarter once we've got everything sorted out.
Wonderful. And just looking beyond the Linderos project, how does this partnership with Hanrine fit into Titan's broader vision and strategy? And perhaps touch on some of the other projects that we hold.
Yeah, for sure. So really, I think like I touched on at the start, the Dynasty Gold project is our primary asset, and that's where we're spending the bulk of our money in terms of growing the resources and developing that. Outside of that, we're doing, you know, low cost exploration in our copper projects, but, you know, that's really our skill set. That's really where we can add a lot of value. It's about understanding the geology, demonstrating, you know, the targets there, and then attracting a partner for funding those projects. So the Linderos is just the first of 3 of our large copper projects that we have. We also have the Copper Duke project, which has got a 7-kilometre porphyry footprint and a number of data sets that demonstrate that it could host a tier 1 copper porphyry deposit. And then we also have the Copperfield project as well, which is a little bit further to the north, fairly early stage in terms of exploration, but has all the hallmarks of, you know, hosting potentially a large copper deposit there as well. So yeah, Linderos we'd like to think is the first of several copper projects to come through. And we are developing, you know, a regional targeting model for, you know, for the broader area in the Loja province at Ecuador. So like to think that there's further opportunity even outside of our current projects.
Wonderful. Well, Mel, thanks for joining me today. Exciting times ahead, and we look forward to future updates.
Great. Thanks for having me, Jane.